What's up, you chubby little bastards? Tonight's ice cream review is all three of Edie's new DC Comics themed flavors. As you guys have probably surmised by now, I'm a pretty big nerd. Definitely, if I have to pick, on Team Marvel. Love the X-Men, love Wolverine, love the Marvel Cinematic Universe, love Iron Man. I love, they're not perfect, don't get me wrong. I could talk about this for days. There are some, bad movies in the MCU for sure, but as a whole, growing up I read mostly Marvel, and the movies are just a childhood fantasy come true, and I cannot wait for Infinity War. But today's not about Marvel. Today's about DC, because much like ice cream, while DC might not be my favorite, I still love it. All comics are good comics for the most part. To me, the pizza rule applies there. I don't know if there's a Halo Top equivalent in the comic book world. I'm not really into it as much as I used to be. I still read 5 or 6 series consistently. We talk about that in the comments. I can drone on all day about that. But the fact is that my favorite superhero of all time is Batman. Batman is by far my favorite superhero. Wolverine would be in a close second, but it's actually not even a close second. Batman is far and away my favorite superhero. I mean, hell, I even named my dog Batman. I mean, come on. So when I saw that they had announced DC-themed flavors coming out from Edie's, I'm not the biggest light ice cream guy, but light ice cream has its place, and Edie's, in my opinion, in the last year or so, has really stepped up their flavors, really, gotten better, and has, I think, left Breyers in the dust way back. I mean, there's a gigantic gap in quality between Breyers and Edie's. I mean, Edie's makes ice cream. It might be light, but it's ice cream. It's not frozen dairy dessert. So just that separates them right there. But the quality of flavors they've been releasing as of late have been really impressive to me, given the calories and given basically their reputation. There's really no better low-calorie ice cream out there than Edie's, IMO. But you can just imagine my nerd boner, my elation, when I saw that there was a flavor called Dark Knight Brownie Bite. How great is that? It's chocolate light ice cream with Batman chocolate pieces, brownie chunks, and fudge swirl. We're going to get to that, though. Let's get the other two out of the way. There's also Golden Lasso Twirl, which is the Wonder Woman themed flavor. This is caramel and vanilla light ice cream with star-shaped caramel flavored chips and a graham cracker swirl. Sounds interesting enough. And unfortunately, of course, they had to include the big boy Blue Scout Superman flavor entitled Krypton Cookie Dough, which, just like the man himself, sounds awfully generic. It's cookie dough light ice cream with red and gold cookie dough pieces and blue sprinkles. I'm going to try not to be biased, but they really set soups up here. They gave them a really boring flavor, and since I'm not on Team Superman, you probably know how this is going to go. Let's do Wonder Woman first. Wonder Woman, actually, in my opinion, is the strongest by far of all the DC comic book movies in the new universe. Nothing's touching The Dark Knight. We all know that. But really like Gal Gadot's portrayal of Wonder Woman. Very strong female lead. Very entertaining movie. It surprised me. I didn't think it would be that good. So let's dig into this and see if the ice cream is as good as the movie. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a sucker for a graham cracker swirl. It's not super thick, but when you get a spoonful of it, it's really tasty. There's a lot of caramel going on in here. There's a caramel and vanilla mix, but it's more caramel than anything, and those caramel chips just add more caramel flavor to the whole package. There's a graham cracker swirl. It's not the thickest swirl you ever see, but keep in mind, this is Edie's. It's a lower calorie ice cream, but for what it is, pretty good. Well, a lot like the movie, I went in with low expectations, and I was pleasantly surprised. It's not a great flavor by any means, but it's better than I thought it would be. And, I'm not mad at it at all. I'm going to give this one a 6 out of 10. Let's get the big blue jabroni out of the way next and do Krypton cookie dough. This ice cream is very, very sweet. I know it says it's cookie dough flavored, but it tastes more like a birthday cake flavored ice cream than anything else. Some of you guys might like that. I'm not a huge fan, though. There's one of those cookie dough chunks. They're all right. The sprinkles just add more sugar to the flavor, and it's just too sweet for me. Well, just like I expected, I'm not digging this at all. A lot like Superman. When you're a kid, you love really sweet things. You like cookie dough and birthday cake, and it doesn't take much to make you happy. But as you get older, you refine your taste and you understand that Superman really isn't that cool. This is a pretty weak flavor, especially when compared to Wonder Woman. I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 10. All right, let's try Dark Knight Brownie Bite to finish out. Flavor aside, that's pretty cool. There's a lot of chocolate going on here. Remember, it's not a premium ice cream, so the chocolate ice cream, while it has a decent flavor, reminds me more of a Wendy's Frosty than a premium chocolate base. Fudge swirl, just like the graham cracker swirl and the Wonder Woman flavor, isn't that thick. When you get it, it's good. And the cute little Batman symbols add a little bit more chocolate to an already very chocolatey flavor. This is a pretty generic concept, but it's executed nicely. Definitely better than the Superman flavor, but I'm going to give it the same rating as I gave the Wonder Woman flavor, a 6 out of 10. So wrapping up, nothing you guys need to go out of your way to try. Really fun concepts, really cool packaging design. Love the theme, obviously, but no standout flavors in this one, if you ask me. Thanks for watching, guys. See you next time.
Let's go!